Delegates from Myanmar's government have visited Rohingya refugee camps in Bangladesh as part of a repatriation scheme. It's the second such visit in the past 3 months. Well, both countries want to send more than 1,000 Rohingya to Myanmar. Some refugees say they've been pressured into signing repatriation documents.
আসসালামু আলাইকুম আপনারা কেমন আছেন আশা করি সবাই ভালো আছেন আমি জিনেদ আপনারা দেখতেছেন জুনেদ আলী অফিশিয়াল আমি আপনাদের জন্য আরেকটি ভিডিও প্লে করতে যাচ্ছি সবাই দেখবেন আশা করি সবাই দেখবেন ভালো লাগবে अपने ही वतन से बेगाने हुए म्यांमार के रोहिंग्या मुसलमान जो बांग्लादेश में पनाह लिए हुए हैं इनको म्यांमार की मिलिट्री वापस लेने जा रही है। जी हाँ, बड़ी खबर निकल के सामने आई है। अल जजीरा के ऊपर ये रिपोर्ट शाया हुई है और ये बात की जा रही है कि म्यांमार की मिलिट्री ने ये फैसला किया है कि रोहिंग्या मुसलमानों को अपने वतन वापस बुलाया जाए, अपने वतन वापस लाया जाए तो बांग्लादेश के लिए आसानी पैदा होगी। बांग्लादेश की हुकूमत काफ़ी अरसे से इस बात पे जोर दे रही थी कि बांग्लादेश से रोहिंग्या मुसलमानों को इनके वतन वापस भेजना चाहिए, जिसके ऊपर आलमी इदारे भी काम कर रहे थे। लेकिन अब ये बात की जा रही है कि म्यांमार की मिलिट्री रोहिंग्या मुसलमानों को बांग्लादेश से वापस ले जाने पर काम कर रही है। तो आज इसी हवाले से वीडियो है। वीडियो की तरफ बढ़ने से पहले आप दोस्तों से गुजारिश है, अगर आप चैनल पर नए हैं तो चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें, साथ बने बेल आइकन को भी दबाएं ताकि आपको वीडियो का नोटिफिकेशन सबसे पहले मिलता रहे। चलें वीडियो स्टार्ट करते हैं जी। हैवी
Delegates from Myanmar's government have visited Rohingya refugee camps in Bangladesh as part of a repatriation scheme. It's the second such visit in the past 3 months. Well, both countries want to send more than 1,000 Rohingya to Myanmar. Some refugees say they've been pressured into signing repatriation documents. About 1 million fled Myanmar in 2017 after a military crackdown. Tanvir Chowdhury spoke to Rohingya refugees in Cox's Bazar, where few trust the repatriation plan.
Nearly 1.2 million Rohingya refugees now living in the world's largest refugee camp, cramped into barely 17 square kilometer area. Their main hope is to return to Myanmar. There's a glimmer of hope now. There's an effort by the Bangladesh government, China and Myanmar to repatriate as a pilot project more than 1,000 refugees back to Myanmar very shortly. Now a team also visited Myanmar to find out how the situation is there. Most of the Rohingyas we spoke to who visited this place, as well as some of the Rohingyas who are in the shortlist, said they do want to return. Some even volunteered to return. Others said the situation is not conducive. They'll be kept in a camp. And like many of the Rohingyas are already there in Myanmar who are kept in intern camp, they said that's not conducive. We want to be recognized as Rohingya, as an ethnic group. We want to have citizenship, not just a verification card which says Bengali Muslim, no other identity. The most importantly, they want to go back to their ancestral villages, be at their original home, not stuck in an interim camp. And they also want a third party to be security guarantor. So this is a sticking point. They say they're skeptical because they think it's for optics and the Myanmar is trying this, they're not serious. On another hand, there is a ration cut in the community because the WFP said they had to cut ration in March from $12 to $10, and on June 1 they're going to cut it to $8. That would come to US 9 cents per person per meal every day. That's grossly inadequate. Already 45% of the Myanmar refugees, Rohingya refugees, in other words, who are facing inadequate food as part of their ration. And the World Food Program said they need at least $56 million this year in order to keep the status quo as it was before. So there's a major crisis. Unless the international community step up with the donation, the food crisis could increase here and could become a major issue in this refugee camp.
Well, let's talk to Nay Sandluin, a Burmese human rights activist and co-founder of the Free Rohingya Coalition. Thank you very much for being on this News Hour. Now, as we heard from Tanvir just before, he spoke to many refugees there who don't trust this plan. Do you trust it?
Well, the same military committed the gravest international crime of genocide against the Rohingya people. Now, this military is offering the repatriation of this Rohingya survivor of Myanmar genocide. So basically, the military has been committing the international crime against the other Myanmar populations for the past 2 years. So in the country, every day, killing is ongoing, burning the houses. So these militaries keep committing all the crime against entire population in the country. While doing so, they are offering the repatriation, which is not trustable at all. And also they have built the concentration camp with the barbed wire and the guard posts, where, you know, the returning will not be allowed to leave from this camp. So this repatriation is like moving from Bangladeshi refugee camp to the concentration camp in Myanmar. So my fellow Rohingya refugee in Bangladesh camp, they don't trust at all. I myself also, I don't trust this military at all.
So how has it got to this stage then, where there's a plan in place?
Well, you know, there is only one solution. The country is under military dictatorship again. So what we all need to try is to take down this military regime from the country capital Naypyidaw, bring back this civilian government in the country. Then we can start process about this Rohingya repatriation. Under this military leadership, it will not be possible. But as of now, there are a lot of, you know, pressure mounting on the Rohingya refugee to take this so-called pilot repatriation. In Bhasan Char, especially yesterday, the authority make the announcement that, you know, whoever willing to take part in this repatriation, they will be offered $2,000 per family as incentive. So there are a lot of people today morning. They are at the, you know, at the authority office. They are giving their name. So this should not be happen. This is like, you know, they're giving them incentive and, you know, letting them go to the killing field.
Okay, when could we see a possible repatriation date?
Now they are planning to send some refugee possibly tomorrow, 1st June, because just a few days ago, some of the senior military official came down to the border with, you know, they brought some chef and, you know, also the food. When the refugee arrive, they can cook and serve, you know, they keep them in the camp. So
जी वो ये थी वीडियो और आपने देखा कि इसके ऊपर काम किया जा रहा है और म्यांमार की आर्मी का एक वफ्द भी बांग्लादेश में मौजूद है जो इसके ऊपर काम कर रहा है कि रोहिंग्या मुसलमानों को वापस म्यांमार लाया जाए और इसके ऊपर आलमी इदारों की बात की जाए। तो आलमी इदारों ने काफी अरसे तक इसको इग्नोर किया। बांग्लादेश की हुकूमत ने काफी ज्यादा आवाज उठाई कि रोहिंग्या मुसलमानों को इनके वतन वापस भेजना चाहिए, इनको अपने वतन वापस जाना चाहिए और आलमी इदारों को साजगार माहौल बनाना चाहिए। लेकिन आलमी इदारों ने काफी देर तक इसके ऊपर खामोशी रखी। लेकिन इस बार देखें तो म्यांमार की मिलिट्री ने वापस बुलवाने का फैसला कर लिया वो जो रोहिंग्या मुसलमान बांग्लादेश में रह रहे हैं। तो ये थी आज की वीडियो। आप इस वीडियो के बारे में क्या कहना चाहते हैं जरूर कमेंट करके हमें बताइएगा। बहुत शुक्रिया।